Good morning, Summit. This Sunday we have a guest musician, Taylor Peckham, and he is going to play one of our hymns, number 83, Winds Be Still, for today's prelude.
Thank you, Taylor. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's nice to have someone new here, and any other new people here today. Welcome to Summit. Welcome some of our older members in terms of how long you've been a Summit member, and also we're getting up there. It's a joy to look out and see everybody here, and thank you to those of you on Zoom for joining us as well. Summit is a liberal religious community bound together by shared principles drawn from old world religions, humanist teachings, nature and science, philosophy, and personal practices. We aspire to be a religion of love and inclusion. The mission of Summit is to commit ourselves to building a more compassionate, just, and sustainable world. If any of you are new, or anybody on Zoom is new to Unitarian Universalism or to Summit, you can go to our website, summituu.org, for more information. Okay, what's next is where I start fumbling around. We also would like to acknowledge that our land carries the footsteps of many generations of Kumeyaay people, which stretches from the shores of the Pacific Ocean south to Ensenada and beyond, I do believe. Oh, well, that's pretty far anyway, isn't it? Ensenada. East to the sand dunes of the Colorado River and Imperial Valley, and north to Warner Springs. We acknowledge at this the continuing presence of the Kumeyaay Nation. Announcements. We have a few announcements this morning. Jim, and Al, and is anybody going to announce Peter Boland's event? Huh? Oh, it was slide before the thing. Okay.
Good morning. I'm Al Mork, the chair of the Social Justice and Action Committee, and I just want to invite you and mention that we're having our monthly meeting today at noon in the library, and all are welcome, and we have an interesting agenda, so you may be worth your while to attend. So, thanks.
Good morning. I'm Jim Weed, chairperson of the Summit's Welcoming Membership Committee, and just a reminder that our next Getting to Know Us event is going to be in a couple of weeks on Sunday, April 26th at 11:30 a.m. This will be an opportunity for new visitors, people who've been around for a while, who want to find out more about Summit, about Unitarian Universalism, and to get to know people here at Summit, especially the leadership, better. We'll be serving a light lunch, not a late lunch, trust me, a light lunch during the event. So if possible, contact me if you're going to attend so I can make sure we have plenty of food. Again, my name is Jim Weed, and my contact information will be either in the weekly e-news or the monthly scene. The new one is either on the back table outside in the green room, or I have a few in the visitors table. Thank you.
I think it's our cellist lighting, so you're up.
Look to this day, for it is life, the very life of life. Within its brief course lie all the verities and realities of your existence. The bliss of growth, the splendor of beauty, the glory of action. Yesterday is but a dream, and tomorrow is only a vision. But today, well lived, makes every yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope. Look well, therefore, to this day. This is the exhortation of the dawn. It's great to be here. I'm familiar with this place. Sonia, this was our home congregation, Sonia and I, till we moved to Rancho Bernardo, to our new home and a retirement community there. It's wonderful to see all the familiar faces here. It's great to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Please rise. Please rise for the congregational hymn, if you are willing and able.
Fellowship, may the quest for truth be its sacrament, and service be its prayer, and dwell together in peace to seek knowledge and freedom, and to help one another in fellowship. This is our aspiration.
Okay. I guess you can stand back up. There's another hymn coming.
Good morning, friends. We're going to do our heart opening song. Remember, we learned this last week. My heart is open wide.
The reading today is from a poem by May Sarton. It's called Now I Become Myself. It's one of the inspirations for the book on which this sermon is based. The book is by Parker Palmer. It's called Let Your Life Speak. I've lost count of how many times I've read this small book. It's been a great inspiration to me, and I want to share with you today some of the most important learnings from that book. And here's the poem. Now I become myself. It's taken time, many years and places. I have been dissolved and shaken and worn other people's faces. Run madly, as if time were there, terribly old, crying a warning, hurry, you will be dead before what? Before you reach the morning, or the end of the poem is clear, or love safe in the walled city? Now stand still to be here, feel my own weight and density. The black shadow on the paper is my hand, the shadow of a word as thought shapes the shaper, falls heavily on the page, is heard. All fuses now falls into place, from wish to action, word to silence, my love, my work, my time, my face, gathered into one intense gesture of growing like a plant, as slowly as the ripening fruit, fertile, detached, and always spent, falls, but does not exhaust the root. So all the poem is, can give, grows in me to become the song, made so and rooted so by love. Now there is time, and time is young. Oh, in this single hour I live all of myself and do not move. I, the pursued who madly ran, stand still and touch the sun.
We have a lot of joys and concerns.
It's invitation to all ages. Is that you? That's me. That's you? Okay, get back up here. And then there's special music. There's going to be one change in the order of service because we're going to have the invitation for all ages, and then the special music. The children are going to stay for that, and then they will go out after the choir has sung their song.
How many kids do we have? Do we have any kids that would like to come up here and see the book? The book is very special. And you'll be sitting with me. Hi, come on up. Hi. And we welcome any adults that would like to come up and sit too. Yeah, you can see the book. Perfect, huh? Yeah, you too. Okay, today we're going to read a book by Peter H. Reynolds. Have you guys ever heard of the book, The Dot? About art? Have you heard of that?
No, I've never heard of it.
Oh, you've never heard of it. Okay, well, the person that wrote that you've never heard of also wrote this one that you probably never heard of. So we're going to read it right now. It's called Say Something. Say something. That sounds like our talk today. Say something. Say something. The world needs your voice. Mine? Yes, yours. Go ahead. It doesn't need to be perfect, as long as it's from your heart. You don't have to be loud. Powerful words can be a whisper. You can say something in so many ways, with words, with action, with creativity. If you see someone lonely, say something, just by being there for them. If you see an empty canvas, say something with your brush. If you see an empty lot, say something by planting a seed and watching it bloom. If you see someone being hurt, say something by being brave. Have you ever done that before? Stood up for somebody that somebody was being mean to? I bet you have. Hey, stop, he says. Stop. If you see something beautiful, say something with a poem. And his poem says, "Painted meadows splashed with rainbows." You never heard that either? If you have a brilliant idea, say something with confidence. And she's saying, "Eureka," which is what people that are sciencey say when they've discovered something. If you want to show the world who you are, say something with style. Look at her fancy clothes, and she's saying, "Ta-da!" If you're angry, say something to help people understand. So this guy is saying, or girl, "You made me feel invisible. That really hurt. I'm really sorry." Because she said something, they were able to apologize. That works well. If you see an injustice, say something peaceably. His sign says, "No more hurting people, peace." Inspire others to do the same. Everybody's carrying signs that say it in different languages.
Mama.
Sometimes you'll say something and no one will be listening. But keep saying what's in your heart,
This one.
and you'll find someone who listens. Who did she find to listen? A bird. Keep saying it, and you may be surprised to find the whole world listening. Oh, that's a whole world of birds, isn't it? Yeah. If you're grateful for being alive, quietly say something to the stars, to the universe. Some people find it easier to say something than others, but everyone has something to say. And they're all saying, "I hope, I believe, I wish, I'm ready to change the world, I imagine. Together we can. Join us." That's exciting, huh? So when you're ready, let's all say it together. Say something. I hope you will next time, and maybe you have already done so. All right, you're going to stay here for a very special song we want to sing to you, okay? You can listen to it with us.
Kids have gone? Nope. Get the heck out of here. Hi. Hi. How are you? You're too cute. So are you.
Could we please stand as we sing goodbye to our children as they go off to explore?
Step out of the way.
This is a time of meditation and prayer for you to use as you need this morning, a special moment that you can take to refresh yourself, to get back in touch with yourself for prayer, meditation, or reflection as you wish. If you like, I'm going to do a guided meditation. If you'd like to follow, let's begin by, if you feel free, if you feel comfortable closing your eyes and being aware of some breathing,
Suppose we try this.
being aware of
No,
breathing
that's
out
not good.
longer
That's
than
gonna be
breathing
the-
in,
That's going to be the
picture.
typing
And
and
letting
the screen's
that
going to go back.
Okay.
allow you
This
to
has
settle
be
your
it,
body.
but I don't. Oh, I see what it is. It's this.
What?
Okay, here we go.
Breathing in and breathing out. And being aware of your body being supported in your chair. Your feet touching the floor, touching the earth. Being aware of your body as body and the sensations in your body, because we are often not aware of the great wisdom that is within our bodies that we can only find if we listen. So just be aware of your body as body. Body sitting, body breathing, sensations of aliveness. And let that be for a moment. Who you are is not just your thoughts, but your living, breathing body. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, return to the room. May it be so. It's strange to say this, but we don't always live our own lives. Sometimes we're confused about the lives we live. Sometimes we live our parents' lives. Anybody done that? Our mentors' lives? Even our children's lives? Parker Palmer, the theologian and educational philosopher, when he was in high school, wrote in his yearbook that he would be an Air Force fighter pilot and then would have a career in advertising. What actually happened was that he became a Quaker, a member of the Society of Friends, which is known for its silent worship and for being a pacifist church. So that means he didn't become a fighter pilot. He was captured in his youth by the simple Quaker way of being and by one Quaker expression that grabbed hold of him. That expression is, let your life speak. That's the core of Quaker spirituality. Let your life speak. Which he also used as the title for this book. As a young man, Parker tried his mightiest to live up to his own understanding of what that meant, which was these were high standards, the highest he could imagine. He had to reach for those high standards, exemplified by people like Martin Luther King Jr., Dorothy Day, Rosa Parks. It was his job to make himself live up to those standards. Those were the standards to let his life speak, to discipline himself, to shape himself, to force himself into those shoes. Later in life, he realized that wasn't really what he should be doing, and he realized that because of some adventures that he had. He got a degree in sociology and then was offered a position at Georgetown University, prestigious school, not just to teach sociology, but to also teach community organizing. And so to avoid the corrupt, that was his term, corrupt, academia of his experience, he decided he was going to teach his students all about community organizing. He quickly burned out because you can't give away what you don't have. You can only fake it. And while he was teaching community organizing, he realized he had never experienced authentic community, real community. He didn't really know in his experience what that was. And so he took a one-year sabbatical to Pendle Hill, which is a Quaker community, or ashram or Zendo, or it's all that community, a Quaker Hill. I mean, Pendle Hill, a Quaker community. So his one-year sabbatical turned into 10 years of residence there. When he was young, a professor he admired said, "Parker, you have everything it takes to become a college president, and I fully expect that of you." He tried to live up to that. And he almost left Pendle Hill because he was offered a position as a college president. In his Quaker tradition, there's something that's known as a clearness committee. And I think this is a great tool to use if you need to make an important decision. You don't have to be a Quaker to do this. So clearness committee is where older and respected friends help you make a decision. But the point is they can't give you advice. All they can do is ask questions. Only questions are allowed. And a lot of silence. And so they ask him questions. Why do you want to become a college president? What appeals to you about that? And he said, well, I don't want to wear a suit and tie. I don't want to give up my summer vacation. I don't want to do fundraising. They said, wait, we're asking you what appeals to you about the job. He said, I'm getting around to it. Palmer thought about all the things he didn't want to do as a college president. Finally, he realized all he really wanted was to have the word president under his name in newspaper articles. So he let that go. He wrote after that, we arrived to this world with birthright gifts, and then we spend the first half of our lives abandoning them or letting others disabuse us of them. And then, if we're awake, aware, and able to limit our loss, admit our loss, we spend the second half of our life trying to recover and reclaim the gift we once possessed. So that's what happened to him. Does it happen to most of us, I think? Although it may seem tragic, it's important to realize that in science, an experiment that fails yields amazing and important information. A social justice activist that I really admire, who failed over and over in some of the issues that she was involved with, said, it's no problem if you fail, as long as you fail forward. Failing is where you learn and grow. There's a Hasidic Jewish tale of Rabbi Zusia Somebody once compared him to Moses. He said, no, in the world to come, they won't ask you, why weren't you Moses? They'll ask me, why weren't you Zusia? Why didn't you live up to your gifts and limitations, to the nature that you've been given? So we all have a unique nature. We're all different from anyone who exists, anyone who ever has, anyone who ever will exist. We have a unique and precious nature. We are, however, who we are, with our own potentials, with our own limitations. And so let's think about a craftsperson or an engineer. If they're going to do their work, they need to be intimately familiar with the material that they're working with. So you can be creative with that material. That's the job of the engineer. That's the job of the craftsperson. But you can't go beyond the character or the nature of the material. Wood is wood. There are some things you can do with wood and other things that you can't. Metal is metal. And each metal has its own nature. We are who we are. We have our nature. If you don't believe it, think about the fact that each baby has a nature the moment it comes out of the womb. The baby is not a blank slate like some 17th, 16th century male philosophers thought. I wonder how close they got to their kids. Every baby comes into this world with its own nature. So that discovery, later in life, after we try to live other people's lives, is what's meant by the term vocation. And here we're not using the word meaning whatever your job is. The word comes from a Latin root to meaning to be called out. It's not a call from without, actually, it's a call from within. As Frederick Buechner, a novelist and theologian, wrote, the place where your deep gladness meets the world's deep need, that is your vocation. It may or may not be what you do to make a living. And I know a lot of people who make an honest living, but that's not their real passion. That's not where they put their best energy. They fulfill themselves by knowing what their nature is and what their passion is and what their true vocation is, and dedicate their life to that, even though that's not how they make their living. I've known a lot of people like that, and they're very effective because they know who they are and what they love. So the question is, that's not asked is that what should I do, but who am I first? Parker Palmer says the soul speaks its truth only under quiet, inviting, and trustworthy circumstances. He compares the soul to a wild animal. It's self-reliant, it's savvy, it knows what it must do to survive, but it's also shy. It needs to trust in order to reveal itself. It needs quiet and patience. So our role models have often not told us the truth, at least not for ourselves. They may have told us some of the truth about themselves, about who they were. And think about this. When we look at our role models, which is important for us to have, role models are hugely important for us, but when we look at our role models, we tend to think only of their successes. We see their successes, we see their accomplishments. But how many of our role models have told us about the inevitable challenges or even dark moments that are part of every life's pilgrimage? Believe it, the people that you admire most went through failure, went through dark times. We all do. None of us escape this world without going through things like that. But we think it was easy for those people that we admire. So when we face our own inevitable failures, our own inevitable dark times, we think somehow that there's something wrong with us and who we are. You know, I'm essentially a private person, but I've learned that people are really appreciated when someone in a role like mine, a guy who stands up here and preaches. People appreciate it when somebody in a role like mine shares their own struggles and pains and conflicts and the lessons that they have learned. It helps. It helps to know you don't just slay the dragon, you don't just rescue the damsel, you spend some time locked in a tower too. The question is, who am I? To let your life speak, to let our life speak to us about what we should do. And that's not selfish, because in order to give something, you have to have something to give. If you try to give away what you don't have, it's a sure recipe for burnout. Parker Palmer has this very insightful insight. He said, burnout is not doing too much of the right thing. Burnout means giving away what you don't have, doing too much of the wrong thing for you, for who you are, for your nature. He uses a term, of course, this is a theistic term. He calls it functional atheism. Functional atheism, for someone who believes in a higher power, is someone who thinks that God depends solely on them to get everything done that needs to be done. And if we don't do it, then we've let God down. No one in the vast universe, nothing in the vast universe can do these things except us. So we ask ourselves, what does the world need? The world needs exactly everything. Everything. But what we have to give is our unique gifts and our unique self. If you look at the great social activists like Rosa Parks or Martin Luther King, we see the price they paid. But they acted out from who they were. So Rosa Parks made her decision to be arrested and chose not to go back to the back of the bus because she chose to no longer cooperate with a system that diminished her. The pain of that for her was worse than the suffering she endured for asserting her dignity and who she was. And so it is with us. We all have something to give to the world. We all have our own nature, our own unique liabilities and potentials, and we all have gifts to give to this world out of who we are. If we don't discover them and don't share them, then they're lost forever. No one has ever existed that's like you. No one who currently exists among the billions and billions of human beings is like you with what you have to give to this world. No one on this earth, again, will ever be like you or have what you have to give. And the world needs what you uniquely have to give. To let our life speak, not just the joys and great challenges, but also the suffering and the darkness, to become who we are, is a gift that we can all offer. Amen. And may it be so.
One of the things I forgot to do this morning was to introduce Arvid and tell you what a wonderful minister he is and how fortunate we are to have him and give you some background, but now you know how wonderful he is without me having to tell you. Thanks, Arvid. That was great. Great. And I also always forget to say my name, but I don't know that it really matters, but my name is Jenny Sarr, so there. Okay. And now, speaking of giving, it's time for the offering. Your Sunday morning offering is a gift that provides Summit UU Fellowship with the financial resources to help build a better world together. The smallest gift is welcome. And I like to use this quote from Anne Frank that said, "Nobody ever went poor by giving." So there you go. And Taylor's going to play the offering. Please rise as you're willing and able for hymn number 123, Spirit of Life.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirring of passion. Blown on the wind, rise in the sea. Move in the hand, give me life, shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
Let me respectfully remind you that life is of ultimate concern. Do not squander your precious life. Time passes swiftly by, and opportunity is lost. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we're together again. Let's do the closing circle song.
Yes. Oh, okay. After we sing the closing circle song, which we usually do by holding hands, but if you feel uncomfortable with that, you can refrain. But please sing along with us, the closing circle song, then we'll have a short break and a discussion afterwards.